So, Chef, would you say that Nebbiolo and black truffles are sort of one of the most classic pairings?
Absolutely, absolutely. If you're going to have a red wine with it, yes, absolutely.
And an example of what grows together goes together?
Yeah, I would say, I would say so, yes. Especially from region to region, absolutely. It's a regional dish, and that being a regional wine, it's just the aromatics. And what you're trying to do, or what I try to do, is try not to have anything compete with each other.
Right.
Like, for example, having a steak on the plate and a steak in the glass, whereas the truffles are very aromatic, and then the wine is awfully aromatic too as well. You're just inundated with all this information.
Right.
Whereas the aromas on this complement it just so perfectly.
Well,
I think.
And I remember when we first met.
Yes.
Bonding over Barolo.
Yes.
So now this is not a Barolo. This
Right.
is Nebbiolo.
Yes.
From Piedmont, which
Yes.
I'm sure we'll discuss.
Right.
But this is one of probably the most classic producers, right? I believe Aldo Conterno is known as
Yes.
the king of Barolo.
Absolutely. And in his style too as well. How he makes his Barolos. I love his style, because every person has a style, no matter how much they let the terroir speak for itself. There's obviously a little bit of nod to, like in cooking, like a gesture. How different cooks make different gestures, and that'll give you a different flavor. I believe, and I believe how the gentleman coaxes and gestures with his grapes, whether from the vineyard or inside the wine room.
Yes.
He adds his flavor, as you've told me.
Well, and you mentioned terroir, which I think is important to mention in regard to Aldo Conterno, because as you know, Barolo is divided up into crus or vineyards that are farmed by several different vintners. He happens to own a large portion of what's considered one of the top crus, which is Lucia, right? Which has this sort of sandy, calcareous, marl soil that really imparts something sort of ethereal to the wine. But this does not say Barolo on it. It's Langhe Nebbiolo. So think of it as a way, it's sort of a declassified, younger vine version of Barolo, an earlier drinking, lighter, more expressive.
Right. I find it to be showy and lovely and screams, "Look at me!" I love it.
This is gorgeous. I'm
Thank you.
excited to try it with
Please.
the food, but I think what I love about Nebbiolo too is, look at this. It's light in color, and it's deceptive in actually how powerful it is. And this is Langhe Nebbiolo. Think if it was Barolo, now that you're really talking muscle. But even this has like just this muscular power behind it. The tannins, they're like silky and beautiful, but firm and structured at the
They're
same
still there,
time.
though.
They're there.
They are there.
The acid is bright and lifted, right? It's just, there's so much going on in this. And for me, one of my very favorite things about Nebbiolo is just the aromas. Like I could spend the next 2 hours with my nose in this glass and still find new things. That rose petal tar, crushed rock, sort of tart cherry.
Oh.
Okay, but now I have to try
Now
it.
you're talking.
All right, so
Enjoy.
little wine first. Do you have a recommendation here? Should I just
kind of go for it
Just
as
go
you
for
feel.
it. Do you have a swirling technique here?
And then also, I never cut the noodles or the pasta.
Okay.
I
Not
believe
being very
I believe in the whole thing about long life, long pasta, and don't cut your life short.
Stop it.
It's salty, it's sweet, it's earthy, it's chewy. It has it, and then you dump in a whole bouquet of flowers right on top of that, and there you go.
It's perfect, but the pasta itself, the texture of it is that perfect sort of al dente. Is that the right?
Yeah,
but it
absolutely.
has that real just complexity. It's not one singular texture.
Yes. Thank you. I'm
Wow.
glad you dug it.
I dig it, and if that truffle is missing later, you might...
Well, I know who took it, and for good reason. Thank you.
Chef, thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you.